Hello! I am the Witch of Jasmine, and welcome back to my channel! Happy Pisces full moon! Yeah, it's Pisces! Happy full moon! How are you guys doing? As always, if you hear any noise in the background, like a little thumping noise right now, that's just my cat. Okay, anyway, we've got a full moon. Pick a card. Let's go! So let's shuffle. Oop, there we go. Shuffle out our 3 cards. So I invite you to take some deep breaths. There we go. Those came out nice and easy. I love it. Take some deep breaths before we take a look at these cards. Center yourself. Ground yourself. Let's go. We've got grounding. We'll take a look at them further in a minute. Success. And focus. All right, let's pick out our crystals. For grounding, we have, oh gosh, I think this is lapis. I'm pretty sure. There we go, now it's focused. Success is obsidian, I think. I should really get some crystals and know their names. I've just had these for so long. I don't use them for anything else. And then goldstone. For focus. All right, let's take a look at each of these up close. For grounding, we have the potato with Earth and Virgo. Oh, and there's a little sun tarot card too. Sun, moon. Next is success with, I'm pretty sure this is obsidian, with fire and Libra. It's a little key there as well. Peppermint. Then we have focus. With our goldstone. That's in air and Sagittarius. All right, I'll give you a little more time. A few more moments. Take a look at these. Find which one you're the most drawn to. Of course, if you're drawn to more than one, that's totally fine. You can watch as many of these as you would like. You can watch all 3 if you'd really like, but that's just Halen in the background. Okay, if you need some more time, feel free to pause, but I'm going to go ahead and get into the readings. So you can find in the description box below the timestamps, so I'll meet you at your reading. Okay, starting off with grounding with the potato. Very nice. Let's get out our cards. So again, as I'm shuffling, I invite you to take some deep breaths. Why do I kind of feel like it's all 3? Let's go with it. I'm feeling it. So we go with it. Nice. I mean, with these full moon readings, they tend to, the cards just fall out. There's so much energy in them that they just come out very quickly. I love it. See, there we go. Let's find out. What's going on with you? Oh. What do you need to know? What does the moon want to tell you? Let's take a look. So for the tarot cards, we have the Sun. Ooh, with all that sun energy there. Very nice. I love to see that. Okay, anyway. The Fool reversed. 8 of Pentacles. The Holly King. The Witch. And 2 of Athames. Okay, so for this tarot deck down here, it's the Green Witch tarot deck, and it's based off of the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. It just has its own spin on it. So, but these are all the same as that deck. So for reference, for those of you who are more familiar with tarot cards, the Holly King is the equivalent of the Hermit, the Witch is the Magician, and 2 of Athames is 2 of Swords. First impressions with this reading, it looks like you might be going through a time when your life is very chaotic, or at the very least feels very unpredictable, or you just don't really know what direction to go in, or I mean, granted, I always, when I say stuff like that, I feel like I'm kind of stating the obvious because, hello, you're at a tarot reading here. But I say all of that because with this reading, it looks like you could really use some quiet time, some kind of just taking a step back. I mean, I'll say too, that's largely what this card here is all about, which if you're new to my readings, this oracle card here is the main theme, the main message, the overall vibe of this reading. And so in this one, it's telling you that now's a really good time to just take a step back from the craziness. I mean, maybe there's some things you're like really, really trying to get going, or like you really, really need a decision on this, or or you just don't know what to do. Now is the time to just take a step back, let things happen how they're going to happen. Check in with yourself in your head. We'll get to that more in a second. And just breathe and let yourself find some joy, right? So we'll get into all the little details, but that's just overall, I'm right off the bat just getting that very strong impression. So yeah, starting with the sun, we got a lot of sunshiny energy in here. Again, we got the sun here, and that's a really nice positive energy to have. I mean, the sun is that sunshiny energy of joy and positivity, and just like, you know, here we've got these lovely women who are just like dancing with some little kittens too, just dancing in a field of sunflowers, you know, just not paying so much attention to the ugliness of the world, because it still very much exists. It will always exist no matter what, but just choosing to, at least for a moment, just kind of bask in the beauty of the sun, right? So I think if you want to find that sunshiny energy, I think your best bet is taking some time, like I've said, to just take that time for yourself take a step back from the world. Again, like I said, just kind of let things happen how they're going to happen. I don't think now is really a time for action. It's more so just a time to maybe do some shadow work, maybe do some self-reflection, kind of just work more so on yourself internally. Or if you're really having a hard time figuring out where to go, if you're more like in a crossroads situation, having this Holly King here is a sign that what will guide you down the right path is your own inner wisdom. You have the answers within you. Now is the time to try to access them on your own. Or maybe learn how to access them on your own, right? So getting more into that, we do have, I love seeing this card here, this witch card. It's a reminder that you have more power and more agency than you realize. I think, at least in the world I live in, it's really easy to kind of swing between those two extremes of like, everything is up to me, everything is, because of me, it's either my fault or I created it, and I gotta pull myself up by the bootstraps and do everything myself and all of that, versus like, oh, the world is so awful. There's no matter what I do, it's going to be awful, or no matter what I do, it is just going to be the way it is. When in reality, it's about that balance, right? Of understanding that, yeah, life is going to be life. It's going to do what it's going to do. There's a lot of things that are not in our control, a lot of systems we just have to live under. But we do have power. We do have agency. And the witch is a reminder, and honestly a sign, a lot like the Holly King, that you have what you need to get to where you want to go. It's just up to you to use all of your resources to find that, right? To figure that out. And again, he's telling me that it's within you. And now is a great time to try and access that for yourself. So having that said, I mean, we have the witch underneath this Fool reversed. The Fool reversed usually tells me that that you may be a little unprepared or a little naive, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling that so much in this reading. I feel like, yes, parts of that are true. I think whenever it is that you do kind of go forth and move on, you really should make sure that you're prepared enough. But I feel like more so in this reading, again, I feel like it's more like not like I'm going to go off and do this thing even though I'm not ready and not prepared, but more like a reversed in a, yeah, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, that seems like way too much. Yeah, that's not even possible. I'm just going to fall. It's not going to work. Which, of course, I don't know exactly what it is that you want to do or plan on doing, so I certainly can't tell you if it's going to work or not. But I think with this self-reflection, I think it would be really, I would suggest that you should consider that. Do you have that tendency to be a little pessimistic? Do you have that tendency to not even try because there's my cat's tail. That's Cheralyn. Because you're either scared it's not going to work, or you're just going to end up failing, or do you feel like life is just out to get you, or whatever it is, that I think you're feeling a little too extreme about. You know what I mean? You might not be wrong. I have no idea, but I would recommend you to ask yourself that question. When I want to try something new, are there any negative thoughts that my brain automatically jumps into What are those and why do I feel that way? And most importantly, are those things true? Are those beliefs true, or are they helpful? I would recommend considering those things. So, moving on to here, as far as, again, once you reemerge from the world and decide to go off and do whatever these things are that you want to do. I mean, having the Two of Anathemas here, it does tell me that there's some sort of decision to make, right? About whether you choose to do something or you don't. I mean, I'm thinking of a situation of like, are you going to choose to stay in your job, or are you going to choose to find another one? Are you going to choose to stay in this relationship, or are you going to find another one? Are you going to stay with the same habits that you have, or are you going to make healthier, find healthier habits, or get help with your mental health, or whatever it is, that sort of decision. That's what I'm talking about. So once that decision sort of comes, Eight of Pentacles tells me that it's all very much a learning process, right? Eight of Pentacles is about education. It's about putting in that hard work of learning, right? Understanding that, you know, I don't know everything right now. I have a lot to learn, and I'm willing to kind of, for lack of a better term, put my ego aside, put all my past beliefs aside, and learn, grow, rather than holding on to those things, you know? So I know we're talking about a lot of things here, but I really want to bring it back to this. This is more like future stuff, I feel like, and this is more now. Hi, Halen. For now, I really, really suggest that you just take that time for self-reflection and contemplation and figuring out what it is that you want. Again, doing that shadow work like I was talking about before. But also, just as importantly, trying to find some light in your life, or at least focusing a little more on that light. I think you could really use that. I think you could use just some more happiness right now, you know? And of course, as this talks about here, grounding, doing some grounding techniques, learning some if you need to. If you're into meditation, you know, do that, or any kind of mindfulness, any activities that feel very mindful to you, connecting with the earth, nature, your body, whatever. Highly recommend doing all of those things. That'll definitely help you. So again, I know I said a lot here, but just at the very least, I hope you can take away these things. That's what these are all just things you can consider now, and will probably pop up in the future. But for now, focus on that. That's my recommendation, at least. But if you have any questions, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. The best place to reach out to me is on my TikTok at The Witch of Jasmine. You can also find me on Instagram at The Witch of Jasmine. I have a very small little account on there because I really don't like Instagram, but I wanted to create that account just in case that's the most accessible place for you. Please feel free to reach out to me on there. But I'm wishing you lots and lots of luck. Your main homework is to just ground yourself. Find that light, find that sunshine in your life. And if you really can't find any, try and make some. And maybe just chill at home. Do some self-reflection. Other than that, it should be a nice little beginning to your fall. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Okay, moving on to success with Fire and Libra. Fun astrology fact. I think Mars just entered Libra. I'm not going to pretend like I know what that means. I just happened to see that today, and that just popped into my head. So, for those of you who are familiar with astrology, heads up. Yeah. Anyway. So, what am I doing? Okay, we're on to the next deck. It's not in retrograde though, is it? I don't think so. I know Venus is almost out of retrograde, but that's not what we're here for. Now I'm stumbling over my words. I'm not an astrologer. I'm a tarot reader. So, anyway, as I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths, just like before. We're getting nice and comfy here. We're chilling. I got my cat crawling around. I think you already heard her. I was like, wait, where is she? I have to keep the door open for her, otherwise she just cries for me to open it. So she does that little thing where like she'll cry for me to cry. She'll like cry for me to open it. And then right when I open it, she'll like walk out, turn in a little circle, and then walk back. Like, you are so silly. So anyway, why is my brain all scattered all of a sudden? Let's get into your reading. So we've got the Emperor, Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, the High Priest, and Page of Chalices. Okay, sorry. That was bothering me. Okay, so with the Success card, it's... Oh, there's her tail. It's a sign that whatever it is that you're working on right now, now is a great time to continue working on it, to put lots of energy into it, to focus on it. It just shows a lot of like quick, rapid progress. So, yeah, whatever it is, a project, career, relationship, whatever it is, things are going good with that. But with all of this, well, I'm telling you that because with all of this, I might kind of make it sound like it's not. But I'm telling you all of this because it's going to help you more with this success, right? I don't mean to like deter you from it or to... I'm just kind of giving a disclaimer. Like, everything's going really well. Keep putting all your effort into it, all your focus, all your time, all your energy, whatever. This is all just to help. These are just some cracks that I think you might want to fill in to keep that success flowing. All right. So starting here with the Four of Pentacles reversed. Four of Pentacles, I always explain it as like, if you picture somebody who came from nothing, maybe came from a very unstable, difficult, financially difficult background, childhood, and then they like grew up, they were able to get a nice job for themselves and kind of build themselves up like that. So now they have a lot of security and stability and they're comfortable, but they can't quite feel like that yet, even though they have built all of this for themselves. They're having a hard time feeling that because, I mean, partly because they're just so used to how they've always felt that they haven't really gotten used to just feeling comfortable and stable like that. Or they just have this feeling, or they just have this feeling in the back of their head that it's gonna go away at any second. Like, one wrong move and everything they worked for is boom, gone, disappeared. So, I mean, when Four of Pentacles comes up, it kind of implies that there's, not that there's no reason to be feeling that way, but like, you don't have to be feeling that way. You know, it's kind of like a, hey, I understand you feel this way, but you can relax a bit. You might want to kind of do that shadow work and figure out why it is that you feel that way. But like, you're good. You've been doing fine. You're good. It's okay. So I say all that too because we got the Emperor above that, which granted the Emperor is upright. So I don't think you're necessarily doing anything wrong. You certainly don't have any bad intentions, but the Emperor is very controlling and dominating, right? So I think that, like, yes, while those feelings are what have, like, motivated you to be as successful as you have been, you also have, it also has kind of made this situation where you can be possibly a little too controlling, a little too overbearing, or if not now, then just that's what it could result in the future. I'm just saying to, it's not like these are big red flags popping up. It's more like just something to keep in the back of your head. Like, oh yeah, I can, you know, I can see this behavior with myself, and if I don't keep it in check, it could turn into that. That kind of situation, you know? Which, again, right now, it's fine. Really not trying to deter you. I've just, these are just some things you might want to keep in the back of your mind, just to prevent any problems going forward. So, as far as what the success is looking like, or what it will look like soon, I'm pretty sure. Again, Eight of Wands here, like I said with that, it's very rapid growth, very lots of energy, lots happening all at once. So much that it might get a little chaotic, but I mean, it's, you got it, you know? But with the High Priest, that tells me that whatever the success looks like, it's not necessarily going to be a surprise. It's not going to be anything completely out of left field. It's going to be something that really makes sense, right? It's like if you put in the effort, you're going to get back what you put in. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So I don't really know what else to say about that. So for those of you who are curious, I guess that's why that's there. And then Page of Cups below. Okay, again, Knight of Swords reversed. That's kind of what I'm saying here. Knight of Swords is not a bad thing at all. Knight of Swords is somebody who's very hardworking. I mean, him and Knight of Wands, I always call them star athlete energy because they're just like, they got a goal and they're going for it, you know, kind of like what I was talking about here. So when it's reversed, it's just a warning, again, like I was saying before, to make sure that you stay in control and you don't let things get super out of hand. I mean, like I said, with control, a healthy level of control, of course. And I'm thinking too, you know, with swords, that is, the suit of swords is associated with the air element, right? So that's about communication, the mind, quick wit, things like that, critical thinking, logical thinking. So I'm kind of getting the feeling that this Knight of Swords is specifically warning you about, like, when it comes to communication. I could see a situation, a possibility where you might just be coming off more harsh than you seem, or coming off more demanding. That didn't make any sense. Coming off more harsh than you mean to. or coming off more demanding than you mean to. So I would specifically, when it comes to other people and communicating with them, just make sure you're careful. You don't have to like walk on eggshells, but just make sure that whatever you're telling to others, you know, if you're asking others for help, or I don't know, people who are working for you or whatever, just make sure that you are careful with how you word things. I think that'll really prevent some possible problems. So then here with this page of chalices, I think that's really cute to have here. I think it's just a nice little reminder. We have a lot of very dominant and forceful energy here. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, I think the theme that we're getting at here is making sure you keep that in check and making sure you still stay very balanced, right? So that's what I'm talking about with this page of chalices, is it's a reminder to enjoy the process, you know? Page of chalices, it's about that like excited, butterflies in your stomach, giddy kind of feeling, right? I mean, if you worked this hard to get to here, you should feel excited about it, you know? You should feel proud of yourself, and just remember to focus on all those little good things as well, not just the, oh, I need to do this, so I'll do it. Yes, I did it. Move on. Like kind of like a, wow, I did so good. Oh my God, this is really coming together. Oh my God, I'm so proud. I want to go tell my family and my friends, and oh my God, this is so exciting. Like, just make sure you have both of those energies in there. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm like looking at this and I'm really, oh, Halen. Sorry, she's crawling around. I don't want to psych you out. You got a lot of success coming for you. You've been working really hard, and keep at it. Keep going. You're doing a great job. So if you have any questions, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. The best place to reach out to me is on my TikTok at The Witch of Jasmine. I do also have an Instagram account at The Witch of Jasmine. It's a very small account because I actually really don't like Instagram, but I just wanted to make an account on there in case that's the most accessible place for you. Feel free to find me on there. But yeah, I'm wishing you lots and lots and lots of luck with this. You deserve all the success you get, so I hope you feel proud of that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye! Okay, we've got focus with the little gold stone. Nice. Alright, let's get your cards. So, as I'm shuffling, just like before, there we go. Just like before, I invite you to take some deep breaths. Just get nice and comfy. There we go. Okay. Yeah, these cards, they tend to come out very quickly with my full moon readings, just because they are, because of that full moon energy, very energetic. So that makes it a little easier. But just take some deep breaths and center yourself, ground yourself. And there we go. Let's take a look. We've got 10 of Cups, 2 of Wands reversed, the Magician, 8 of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed, and 10 of Chalices reversed, which is the same as 10 of Cups. Okay. So with this focus card here, it's about shutting out the noise and whatever negativity is surrounding you and just focusing on whatever it is that you need to focus on, right? Focusing on yourself or your goals or whatever. So what that implies is that there's a lot of negativity surrounding you, and there's a lot of things in either in your life or just in your head that are telling you that you cannot do things, making you feel like you can't accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish or grow in the ways that you want to grow. We have this 10 of Cups here, which 10 of Cups is essentially the happily ever after card. I mean, obviously in the cards themselves, there's like a couple with kids and all that, but it's whatever that happily ever after looks like for you, right? Whatever your end goal is, whatever it is you want your life to look like. And we have this 8 of Pentacles reversed below that, which is a sign to me that you don't even know how to get there. Or maybe you do, but right now it just feels very clouded, that idea or that vision of what it is that you would like. It just feels unattainable right now, or you just don't even know how you would do it. And that is really holding you back. I mean, we have this Ace of Pentacles reversed here, which is the clear sign of a missed opportunity. Things could be happening that are not. And I think it's largely an internal thing. And I don't mean that in a way to like make you feel bad. I just mean that as in like, these things are possible. There is a way. And you are able to accomplish these things. I mean, obviously I'm speaking very vaguely, but I mean, that's what the cards are telling you, is whatever it is that you want to accomplish, there's a path to it, you know? Obviously it's, you know, whatever is meant to be will be, and you'll end up wherever you're meant to be. But for all intents and purposes, whatever it is that you want to work towards, whatever this 10 of Cups looks like for you, you really should be trying to go after it. You really should. There's more opportunity than you think there is. And with this 2 of Wands reversed, 2 of Wands is about planning something. So I think a lot of whatever it is that you think is holding you back, there's probably not as much of it in reality. Like, I feel like if you got to that stage where you're like, okay, I really want this, let me figure out how I'm going to get it. Once you actually start looking into it, you'll realize maybe not that it's easier than you think, but that it's more possible than you think it is. Does that make sense? It just feels like you're thinking that it's just not possible. There is no way. When in reality, there are ways to do it. Regardless of how easy or hard it is, it is at least possible. You know what I mean? But very importantly here, we have the Magician, which I love seeing the Magician. It's such a exciting card because it tells you that you have, again, like I'm saying here, you have everything you need, more or less, to get to what it is that you want, to get to this 10 of Cups. It's just important that you be smart and resourceful and willing to put in some hard work. Keep that in mind. You are more powerful than you think you are. You have more agency than you think you do. Like, yes, the world is the world. And it's very unfair and very difficult, but that doesn't mean that you should let all of your power and agency fade away, right? We still have to make do with what we have. And again, I think having this 10 of Cups here reversed too, I just feel like it goes hand in hand with that. It's just something that you don't see happening. You don't have a clear picture of in your head. So I know a lot of this is sounding like very pull yourself up by the bootstraps type energy, but I don't really know what else to tell you. I think you might just kind of be struggling with some hopelessness right now. And I think in any situation, we need to, all of us need to have some hope, right? Some optimism. I think it's very fair to look at the world the way that it is and be upset with it, to look at your life and your situation in life and be dissatisfied and upset and frustrated, especially if it's not where you want to be or you feel like somebody put you in that situation. That's totally valid. I totally understand that. But there also has to be some point, again, for everybody, when we say, well, what do I do? How do I get out of this? Let me find a path out of this, and I might have to try several paths, but I got to find at least one that works and get myself to somewhere better. Because also having this 10 of Cups here, having it come up in this reading like this, in that position, again, like I keep saying, it's possible. Whatever it is that you're looking for, it's certainly possible to have that happily ever after, that happy ending, right? It's possible. I keep saying that. I've said it like 20 times. If you get nothing else from this reading, it's possible. But step one is focusing. Shutting out the noise, shutting out any limited beliefs, at least temporarily, long enough to find, okay, what can I possibly do? What are a few steps that I can take to get to where I want to be? Again, I really hope that with this reading, I hope that this makes you feel encouraged. I hope you can find some optimism. And I hope that this is giving you some validation that whatever it is you're looking for, it exists. You can get there. Just do your best. I'm sure you can do it. Okay, but if you have any questions or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. The best place to reach out to me is on my TikTok at The Witch of Jasmine. I also have an Instagram account. It is very small. I don't really go on there because I don't like Instagram, but I wanted to make an account just in case that's the most accessible place for you. Feel free to reach out to me on there. But I'm wishing you lots and lots of luck, and I'm also wishing you lots and lots of strength, because this is not easy, I know. I think it's what, maybe not all of us, but at least most of us have to do. Lots of luck and lots of strength to you. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!